The partisanship, the weaponization will be gone. America will have one tier of justice for all.
No one told me Pam Bondi was like this. Ladies and gentlemen, she just wrecked all these senators, these Democrats that literally she doesn't need approval from. She just needs, of course, Republicans to get in line and confirm her. But ladies and gentlemen, she just put on a masterclass after all of these Democratic senators try to humiliate her. Let's start here real quick.
Question you can speak, and I hope you answer, Ms. Bondi.
Well, I'd
now,
like
when
to
we met
answer
yesterday,
the previous one, Senator.
When we met yesterday,
You pointed your finger at me and
you
said
did not
you were
seem
speaking.
to be familiar
Let me answer
with
my question.
the
I'm not going to be
Citizenship
bullied by you,
Clause, the
Senator
14th
Padilla.
Amendment of the United States of America, which was deeply disappointing.
I guess you
And I'm
didn't want to
hoping
hear
you're more
my
familiar
answer
with it
about
today
Pennsylvania.
after I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you tell me and this committee what the Citizenship Clause of the 14th Amendment says?
Senator, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. If I am confirmed as
You're
Attorney
the one
General,
asking for a confirmation
hey,
vote,
you
ma'am.
cut me off. Can I please finish?
What does the 14th Amendment say?
Senator, the 14th Amendment, we all know, addresses birthright citizenship. I've been a state prosecutor. I've been a state AG. I look forward to, even given your remarks today, working with you and the people of California if I am confirmed as the 87th Attorney General of the United States of America. I didn't take your homework assignment. I'm sorry. I was preparing for today.
Alex Padilla, ladies and gentlemen, just got humiliated. As you can see right there, she's not playing around. This gives me a lot of confidence on her. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that the original pick for Donald Trump was, of course, Matt Gaetz, but I'm a lot comfortable now seeing the way Pam Bondi is handling. And the fact that she's constantly saying that she would love to work with, I guess at this point, the opposition, because these people are acting like ops. They're acting like the opposition. They're acting like they're not supposed to eventually work on bipartisan deals and work together. But again, he tried to humiliate her, tried to bully her, and that did not work. Here's another one I want to show you before we get to the Adam Schiff clip, because the Adam Schiff clip, I want to react to that together because that one is going viral of how she handled him. But here is Senator Mazie Hirono. Ladies and gentlemen, this is them speaking of illegal immigration, and boy, oh boy, this was embarrassing for Democrats. Take a listen.
During the election, during the campaign, first, are the felons convicted of breaking into the Capitol on January 6th hostages or patriots, quoting Trump, as President-elect Trump has said repeatedly? Do you agree with his characterization of the felons that I referred to?
I am not familiar with that statement, Senator.
I just familiarized you with that statement. Do you agree with that statement?
I'm not familiar with it, Senator.
No answer. He has also said illegal immigration is poisoning the blood of our nation. He said that in December 2023. Do you agree with that statement?
Senator, I am not familiar with that statement, but what I can tell you is I went to the border a few months ago. I went to Yuma, Arizona, and what I saw at that border was horrific, Senator. It was horrific.
Ms. Bondi,
I went to a rape crisis center.
That is
If I could
not my
finish,
question.
I went to a rape crisis center. Well, I'm not familiar with the statement, but I went to a rape crisis center. I met with Border Patrol agents. I'm sure you've been to the border as well. So
I want to get to my next question.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, how some of these people become senators, I have no idea. That's how bad it is. But again, that goes to show that Pam Bondi has class. And she's not playing around. But here's the best part of all of this, and we're going to be reacting to this together because Pam Bondi goes at it here with, of course, Adam Schiff, and we're going to do a reaction to it. But the title of this video is, I can't believe you asking such a question. So that lets you know exactly where this is going. Some of you guys probably already watched this live. Some of you guys didn't. So let's take a look here at what is going viral. This video right here already has 2 million views in 7 hours. Let's take a look.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Bondi, as you know, the Supreme Court in Trump versus United States held the president has absolute immunity to commit crimes in certain core areas of the president's responsibility One of those core areas is the Justice Department. So in a breathtakingly dangerous and irresponsible decision, Justice Roberts and the majority held the president could commit crimes using the Department of Justice and be immune from prosecution. Justice Sotomayor correctly said this new immunity lies about like a loaded weapon. So the fear and the concern we have is that the incoming president will use that loaded weapon, that immunity, to commit crimes through the Department of Justice. And for that reason, it is all the more important that we have an attorney general who has the independence, the strength, the intestinal fortitude to say no to the president when it is necessary. So my first set of questions has to do whether you have the independence to say no when you must say no. And you can say this is hypothetical, but it is not hypothetical. So let me start with one very specific non-hypothetical. The president has said Jack Smith should go to jail. Will you investigate Jack Smith?
Yes, duh.
Senator, I haven't seen the.
What is going on? These people are very scared that they're all going to be investigated, specifically Adam Schiff himself, because I know that Joe Biden was floating around pardoning him pre-pardons. Remember the pre-pardon stuff?
Will you investigate Jack Smith?
Senator, I haven't seen the file. I haven't seen the investigation. I haven't looked at anything. It would be irresponsible of me to make a commitment regarding anything without, you're a long practicing attorney, without looking at a file.
So you would need a
Period.
factual predicate to open an investigation of Jack Smith, is that right?
Not a summary by you sitting here. Yes, sir.
And not a summary by the president either, right?
Absolutely.
So a summary by the president or his desire to investigate Jack Smith would not be enough for you to open an investigation of Jack Smith, is that right?
I will look at the facts and evidence in any case. And
sitting here,
72%,
sitting here today.
Senator, 72% of
Please,
Americans
I only have
have
7
lost faith
Sitting
in the
here-
Department of Justice.
Sitting here today,
Statements like this.
are you aware of any factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Sitting here today, yes or no?
Senator, I will look at the facts and the circumstances.
You can't answer that
anything that's
question.
brought to me.
You're not a part of the department yet. There's no worry about divulging
I'm sitting here
law
as a
enforcement
nominee.
sensitive information. So just tell us,
I'm
are you
sitting here as
aware,
a nominee.
just tell us, are you aware of a factual predicate to
What
investigate?
type of question is this that you ask a nominee? She hasn't even been confirmed yet. Look at this guy. This guy is a doof, man. Democrats really piss me off. I'm not going to lie.
Jack Smith, yes or no?
Senator, what I'm hearing on the news
Are
is
you aware of
horrible.
a?
Do I know if he
you seem
committed a crime?
reluctant-
I have not
You
looked
seem
at it.
reluctant to answer a simple question. Let me ask you a different simple question. The president also wants to jail Liz Cheney. Sitting here today, are you aware of any factual basis to investigate Liz Cheney?
She's not the nominee yet. I mean, she's the nominee, but she's not confirmed yet. So what type of questions are these? Yo, these guys are panicking.
Yes or no?
Senator, that's a hypothetical, and I'm not going to answer that
No,
question.
it's not hypothetical. I'm asking you,
It's a hypothetical. She's not confirmed yet, you idiot.
sitting here today, whether you are aware of a factual predicate to investigate Liz Cheney.
Senator, no one
Based
has
on what
asked
you
me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a
The president has
hypothetical.
called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called-
also
the
worried about
president-
Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
You know what
called
we
for
should
this-
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
The
please
crime rate
answer
in
my questions.
California right now
You are
is
aware,
through the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your
my-
robbery.
The crime rate in California is through the roof. What are you worried about? These guys are so corrupt and they're crumbling. It's unbelievable.
These
Ms.
are
Bondi,
87%
my
higher
question-
than the
my
national
question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want to
question
be
is this.
focused on,
Do
Senator.
you have the
If I'm
power to
confirmed
say
as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General.
And what you're suggesting today by your non-answer is you don't have the independence to say no to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It also requires you, if you're going to be a good attorney general, to be able to tell hard truths to the president. So my questions now are, can you tell hard truths to the president? So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say,
What the hell is this guy even talking about? Why would she even talk to Trump about that? We're like, are you serious?
Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election. Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I
No,
won't
I'm just
do it.
asking you a simple
I
question.
won't play
If you can
politics
speak truth
with any
to
ongoing
power. So let me ask
investigation,
you another.
like you did
let me-
leaking your
let me ask
colleague
you,
Devin Nunes's memo.
If you can't answer the question, let me ask you a different, what should be a simple truth, not a hard one. Was there massive fraud affecting the result of the 2020 election? Yes or no?
Senator, I'm glad you asked that question. If you'll let me answer what I saw in Pennsylvania.
No, I asked a simple question about massive fraud.
I can only tell you what I saw in
No,
Pennsylvania.
I know you want to answer a different question, but my question is, can you tell us whether there was massive fraud affecting the results of the 2020 election? Yes or no? Was there
I
or
can
was there
tell
not?
you what I saw when I went as
That's
an
not my,
advocate
that's
to
not
the
my question.
campaign.
So you can't answer that question. You can't speak that even easy truth to
I don't understand. These guys are straight up assholes. It's not even funny. This is what an asshole looks like.
us, let alone to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It will also be important that you give good advice to the president. Are you prepared to advise the president not to pardon people who beat police officers?
Senator, as I said, the pardons are at the direction of the president. We will look and we will advise. I will look at every case on a case.
so you
Let me
look
finish
at-
on a case-by-case
Okay,
basis.
okay, good.
And I abhor violence to police
They ask questions and they won't even let her answer.
officers.
Follow up with that. So will it be your advice to the president? Mr. President, I know you said you want to issue hundreds of pardons on day one. Will it be your advice to the president? No, Mr. President, I need to go over them on a case-by-case basis. Do not issue blanket pardons. Will that be your advice to the president?
Senator, I have not looked at any of those files. If confirmed, I will look at the files
And
for
will
the
you be able to
pardons, as well
will
as
you
the
be able to
ongoing
review
investigation.
hundreds of cases on day one?
I will look at every file I am
Of course
asked
you
to
won't.
look
So
at.
will you advise the
Heck,
president?
can I
will
answer
you-
the question?
Well, my question
I would
is,
have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want.
you'll be able to review
Listen, I'm
hundreds
not
of
going to
cases on the first day?
mislead this body nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me ask
You were
another question.
censured by
It will
Congress,
also-
Senator, for
it will
comments just
also-
like this that
it
are
will
so
also- It will also be important for you to be able to.
Oh my God, he knows he's going. I can't, yo, you know what the biggest revenge would be? If we just open up an investigation on Adam Schiff. Get him out of here.
Preserve the records, the evidence of the department. Are you ready to commit that none of the evidence in the January 6th investigation will be destroyed under your watch?
Senator, I will follow the law. I will consult with ethical officials in the
Do you
department.
see any ethical basis to destroy evidence in the January 6th investigation? Then why can't you answer the question? Why can't you say, I commit to this committee, we will never destroy the evidence in the January 6th investigation? Why can't you give this committee and the American people that assurance?
Are you frightened because evidence was destroyed against President Trump that was false? Is that why you're
Why do
frightened
you have
now? I can't
difficulty?
believe this is even,
Woo!
Why do you have difficulty answering that question?
I can't believe
Why do you
you're
have
asking such a
difficulty?
question.
Why do you have difficulty promising to preserve
Unbelievable.
evidence at the Department of Justice? Why is that a difficult question?
I will follow the law.
It shouldn't be a difficult question.
It's not. Nothing was difficult. You're an asshole. We all know this watching this. You're asking questions knowing that you don't even want the answers. You want to skip over. You want to make her look bad, but you ended up looking bad. And you will look suspicious. The Democrats been looking suspicious. If you're on the outside looking in and you're like, man, what's going on? Why are these questions? Why the pre-pardons? Why Liz Cheney? Why this is coming up? Well, it's because these people are scared. They were a part of the unselect J6 committee that Trump really defies. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we shall see exactly what's going to happen because it doesn't matter. Even after all of this, she still, throughout this whole thing, said, throughout this whole confirmation hearing in Congress, she said that she's willing to work with any and all of them. And my favorite part is, let's talk about the crime in California. How can we fix it? How can we work together to fix the crime in California? How can we work together to fix everything bad? No. 2020 and J6, that's all these people are still worried about. We're 5 years removed from 2020. Remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it, but that's exactly what happened. I thought she put on a master class saying that she will follow the rule of law, go through every case by case, but he doesn't care about that. You think he cares about that? Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the like button. Let me know what you guys think overall about Pam Bondi. I thought a star was born today. I really did. Pete Hegseth killed it. She killed it. Who's next? Comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.